Friends from the press, good afternoon. Welcome to today's MFA regular press conference. First, I'll make an announcement. Member of the Political Bureau of the CPC Central Committee and Foreign Minister Wang Yi will attend the ministerial meeting of coordinators on the implementation of the follow-up actions of the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation and the opening ceremony of the 4th China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo in Changsha, Hunan, from June 10th to 12th. Now the floor is open for questions.
China News Service, you just announced Foreign Minister Wang Yi will attend the ministerial meeting of coordinators on the implementation of the follow-up actions of FOCAC and the opening ceremony of the 4th China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo. Could you give us more information? Last September, the Beijing summit of FOCAC was successfully held in Beijing. President Xi Jinping attended the opening ceremony of the summit and delivered a keynote speech. China and Africa reached extensive common understanding on jointly advancing modernization and building all-weather China-Africa community with a shared future for the new era. The China-Africa relationship has been at its best in history. Since then, the two sides have been working closely together to implement the common understandings. The two sides have made important progress and achieved many early harvests. As agreed by China and Africa, the ministerial meeting of coordinators on the implementation of the follow-up actions of FOCAC will be held in Changsha, Hunan, from June 10th to 12th. The opening ceremony of the 4th China-Africa Economic and Trade Expo will also be held back-to-back. Foreign Minister Wang Yi and the 54 African members of the FOCAC will attend the event. China will enhance coordination with Africa with a focus on implementing the 6-point proposition of advancing modernization and the 10 partnership actions put forward by President Xi, so that people in both sides will benefit more from the outcomes of FOCAC summit. The two sides will work together to create more great stories about our cooperation for high-quality development and send a strong message of solidarity and collaboration among members of Global South. FA. Guatemala's President Arevalo said yesterday when meeting with Lai Ching-te in Taipei that he was willing to elevate the relations between his country and Taiwan to a new level. What's your comment?
There is but one China in the world. Taiwan is an inalienable part of China's territory, and the government of the People's Republic of China is the sole legal government representing the whole of China. This is a prevailing consensus in the international community that brooks no challenge. The DPP authorities use the so-called diplomatic allies to seek political gains. This is self-deceiving tactics and will not stop the inevitable reunification of China. Now, the fact that 183 countries in the world have established diplomatic relations with China, this fully proves that upholding the One China principle is the right thing to do. It is where the public opinion trends and the arc of history bends. Recognizing the One China principle, developing relations with China, and sharing opportunities for development are what truly serve the fundamental interests of Guatemala and its people. We urge the government of a relevant country to see the ultimate trend, meet its people's aspirations, and make the right choice at an early date. Next one, please. Any other questions?
Regarding the phone call yesterday between the Chinese products.
法新社提问：在昨天两位总统通话之后，特朗普称稀土问题应该不会再有任何问题了。那么，你能否进一步介绍具体情况，尤其是关于稀土的讨论？
China has repeatedly made clear its position on the relevant issue. I'd refer you to competent authorities for anything specific. Next one, please.
谢谢。我先说，美国总统特朗普。
Real Novosti, U.S. President Trump and Elon Musk apparently had a spat. What's your comment? How do you think this will affect China-U.S. relationship?
This is the internal affair of the United States. Next one, please.
Thank you, spokesperson. Question from Reuters. This is also to do with President Xi and President Trump.
After this phone call, Trump said that there should no longer be any sanctions about rare elements. Does this mean China is not going to speed up its approvals?
在稀土问题上，中方是否会加快稀土的出口许可证审批程序，尤其是对美？
I have already answered this question. Next one, please. Thank you, Shenzhen TV. We noted that facing the current severe international economic environment, China's trade and economic ties with the world remain robust. In the first 5 months, China opened over 100 international air cargo routes and over 195 weekly round-trip flights. From January to April, China's port cargo throughput was 5.7 billion tons, up by 3.7%, and port container throughput up by 7.9%. What's your comment? I noted the reports. In the first 4 months of this year, China's trade in goods grew by 2.4% year-on-year. Trade growth in April, compared to that in the first quarter, is 4.3 percentage points higher. China's economy continues to unleash its vitality, resilience in trade continues to strengthen. This fully shows that whatever challenges may appear in the external environment, China's manufacturing remains needed by the world, and China's market will always be a magnet for foreign investment. Unilateralism and protectionism are unsustainable. Walls and barriers created by some will not stop China from engaging in open cooperation with other countries for shared development. Next one, please.
Thank you. A question following up on rare earths from Reuters. So we have tried the competent authorities and we have not received.
关于稀土，我们试图联系主管部门，但是还没有得到回复。那么，中国是否已经同意更快地发放稀土出口许可证，尤其是对美发放？
请你向中方。
For your specific questions, I'd refer you to competent authorities. Next one, please.
Question from Reuters. It is now almost 2 months.
2个月前，乌克兰军队抓获了2名为俄罗斯作战的中国公民。这2名中国公民曾表示希望回到中国，那么中方是否在推动他们的释放？
On the Ukraine crisis, China's position is consistent and clear. We have been committed to promoting peace talks, a ceasefire, and the stop of fighting. China has issued multiple times security notices asking Chinese nationals to stay away from armed conflict zone, avoid to be involved into the conflict in any form, and in particular should avoid participate in the military cooperation of any side. China asks the Ukrainian side to protect legitimate rights and interests and humanitarian treatment for Chinese nationals in accordance with international law. Next one, please. Any other questions? If no, this concludes today's press conference. Thank you and have a happy weekend.